And this is for any change. This is for anything you're trying to do. If you drink a little too much, it's not my thing, right? But I know some women might come home and they want to have one glass of wine just to kind of decompress. It turns into two, and it turns into a bottle of wine or whatever, right? Maybe you want to be a better parent. Maybe you want to, whatever those things are that you want to do. Oftentimes we soothe with something.
Yeah.
Maybe you're smoking. Maybe you're, there's these things. Maybe you're watching television. Be clear that there's some soothing that happens. There's some binging that happens with television and video games, and like using your time or investing in something that is not accruing to your long-term goals. All of those things. And if any of those things resonate, right, you're going to get some insights today.
Yeah. So seeking to understand, why is it that you're eating? Why is it that you're eating when you're not hungry?
Or let's just use it more generically. Why are you doing anything? Right?
Yeah.
So she's going to help me stay focused on eating. I'm going to make sure you all understand that this is bigger than that. That good decisions, making good decisions, and understanding the psychology of making good decisions is what we all need to do. It's very exciting. So not only are you helping others to understand each other, I think there's a real big piece around helping us understand ourselves. There's a lot of inner work that's happening in this workshop.
Oh, absolutely. Because when you ask the question, am I hungry? And the answer is no, but yet you feel compelled to eat anyway. It's an opportunity to ask, well, what is it that I'm really hungry for, right? Yes. Am I bored and I just want more excitement from life? Am I feeling insecure and I need to soothe myself? Am I wanting to connect with myself?
Right.
There's, am I wanting variety? There's so many different ways that we do that. So food to me is really the gateway to what we really hunger for in life. And so when we become aware of what we're trying to feed, soothe, or avoid, we can meet those needs in more fulfilling ways.
I love it. I love it. I love it. So your number one step to lasting change is seeking to understand.
Yeah.
Yourself and others. Number two is set up the environment for success. And this is like about preparation, correct?
Yeah, well, this is not only about preparation. So it's basically shopping every week to make sure that your home is set up with, healthy, nourishing foods that are going to nourish you, that are enjoyable. Another aspect of setting your environment up for success is making sure that your friends and your family are supportive. And if they're not supportive, what do we need to do to get them on board? And so it's a series of steps on how people can really engage with those around them in ways to elicit their support.
I love it. And what I also love coming off this overview is, yes, you set up an environment where we want to get the people in our space on board. But I love how you quickly go to, and if they're not, the only person that really needs to be on board is you.
Yes.
So let's focus on you and your inner strength. And so I'm so excited about that, because any change that you want to accomplish, I call it tapping into your inner superhero. She calls it tapping into your inner warrior. And we're going to get to that. But it's really about you deciding you're going to do a thing and then doing it. And basically it's in the doing, in that moment, making a good decision in that moment where the change happens.
Yeah.
And you just keep doing it over and over. The power of habit, right?
Yeah, and being aware of the things that might be getting in the way. So if an unsupportive partner might be one of those things that gets in the way, then you got to tap into that inner warrior and know that, you know what, there is only one person in the world that needs to believe in you, and that is you.
All right, now. I love it.
Partners adapt. They do.
They do. You're right. Number 3 of the 8 steps of lasting change is you have redefined the problem in a solvable way.
Yes. When it comes to changing the way that we eat, it's one of the most common stories that we tell ourselves is that I can't, right? It's a belief that we have. I can't. I've tried it before. I've done this and I've done that. Well, oftentimes that's not the case. So redefining the problem isn't that you can't lose weight or get healthier or become this better version of yourself. The problem is that you've maybe used food to meet your emotional needs. So to solve this problem, let's find more fulfilling ways to meet those needs, things that fulfill your life and make you happy.
I love that part of this more than anything. I mean, we all know, I'll go back to the research that I have in my book as well. That's why I love this conversation, because you're talking about food and I'm talking about changing anything, right? With a bigger than me moment is how you change anything. And so she's talking about the power of habit. How do you change a habit? You interrupt the cycle, right? There's a trigger.
Yep.
There's a reward. And you decide what that routine is going to be in the middle. And you're basically saying throughout the whole